When you eat Greek yogurt every day, you can typically expect some pretty insane health benefits to start popping up all throughout your life. As a nutritionist, this is one of the biggest reasons why I started having Greek yogurt every day starting back in 2018 after not really having any dairy my entire life. And I can personally say I've noticed significant changes to my body and my health ever since I started having Greek yogurt every day. So today I'm sharing 9 insanely healthy and science-backed benefits of Greek yogurt. Let's dive into it. My name's Autumn. I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's nutrition human performance, and today's video is sponsored by Element. More on them in a bit. Okay, the first huge benefit of Greek yogurt is that it is so much higher in protein than other sources of dairy. Eating more protein helps to make achieving a weight loss goal so much easier. It helps prevent you from feeling hungry, it can help prevent sugar cravings, and it can actually keep your metabolism high while still losing weight. Eating more protein also helps you to burn more fat and less muscle. And Greek yogurt has about 13 to 15 grams of protein per 3/4 cup serving versus the same amount in just regular plain old yogurt having only about 5 to 6 grams. So it has about triple the amount of protein, which is why with the second benefit, Greek yogurt can really help to support a fat loss goal. One of the main reasons is probably because Greek yogurt is so high in protein, but studies show that specifically eating Greek yogurt helps to lower your BMI, helps to lower your body fat percentage, and helps to lower waist circumference, so that's the weight gain that you get around your belly. But the type can matter. Whole fat dairy can actually be better for fat loss. In fact, full fat dairy has been found to be inversely associated with obesity, which means that the more whole fat dairy you eat, the less likely you are to be obese. Okay, the third huge benefit of Greek yogurt when you eat it daily is that it does support muscle recovery. So dairy in general is one of the best post-workout foods you could possibly eat. It has one of the highest leucine contents, which is a type of amino acid that is very, very, very important for muscle recovery. Regular old milk has been found to speed up muscle recovery, as well as help to increase the glycogen in your muscle, which is a fuel source in your muscle. And it's even been found to help improve hydration status, which all this makes dairy in general the preferred source of muscle recovery by sports nutritionists around the world. It's why we personally use 100% whey protein isolate in our protein powder because of all of these insane benefits. And Greek yogurt is another way to get those benefits because it is obviously a great source of protein. It's a dairy product, but it is also low in lactose. So instead of having regular milk post-workout, especially if you are lactose intolerant, you can have Greek yogurt and it's going to be higher in protein and lower in lactose. Now, speaking of better hydration, I want to give a huge thank you to today's sponsor, Element. Element is an amazing electrolyte company that was created with intermittent fasting, low carb eating, and athletes in mind. They actually contain the sodium, magnesium, and potassium to help balance electrolyte levels, all without having any sugar. I've been using Element for years now. I love it, especially because it tastes so great and it makes taking electrolytes so easy to remember. In the past, I used to just use salt, which was a good option, but it just didn't taste great, so I was not consistent with it. Because let's be honest, just drinking salty water is not very tasty. But ever since I started taking Element, it has been so easy to get the benefits of getting electrolytes in because I actually look forward to drinking it. My all-time favorite flavor is their grapefruit salt, but Element also comes in a lot of other delicious flavors too, like their orange, raspberry, and citrus salt. And right now, Element is offering my viewers a free sample pack with any order. That's 8 single-serve packets free with any Element order. This is a really great way to test out all 8 flavors, so you can get yours at drinkelement.com/autumn. This is only available through my link, so make sure to check out drinklmnt.com/autumn. The link is also in the description down below. Okay, the fourth insane benefit of Greek yogurt is very near and dear to my heart, and it's that it reduces the risk of cavities. As I mentioned earlier, I grew up not having very much dairy at all, which is one of the reasons why I think I had so many cavities. Like, it is insane how many cavities I've had growing up and throughout even my partial adult life. If you were to take an x-ray of my mouth, there's pretty much like not a tooth in my mouth that has not had some type of cavity filled into it. As a kid and even as an adult, I used to dread / still kind of dread going to the dentist because of that very reason. Because literally, this is not me exaggerating. Every time I would go to the dentist, I would be told that I had some type of cavity. But then when I introduced Greek yogurt into my diet every single day starting in 2018, as well as other dairy products like butter and milk, I noticed that I was getting a lot less cavities. Like, they were not coming up as frequently, and now I never get cavities. In fact, the only cavity that I've had to get filled in the last few years was from an old cavity that had gotten cracked and was just impossible to clean, so it formed a new cavity underneath it. So obviously that's my personal experience, but there's also a lot of research showing that the more dairy we consume, the less dental caries and cavities we can expect to have. And Greek yogurt is one amazing way of getting more dairy into your diet without all the lactose, especially if you are lactose intolerant. Okay, the fifth studied benefit is reduce liver cancer risk. Studies have shown that when we eat more yogurt, we actually have a lower risk of liver cancer, especially when compared compared to those who eat a lot less yogurt. And that reduced risk is as high as 51%. Okay, the sixth benefit is better gut health. Now, obviously, this really varies depending on if you are allergic to dairy or if you are severely lactose intolerant. But even if you have some moderate level of lactose intolerant, a lot of people can benefit from having Greek yogurt. And that's because Greek yogurt can help to improve gut health because of the variety of probiotics it introduces into our diet. Now, I mentioned I started eating Greek yogurt back in 2018. The main reason wasn't actually to prevent my cavities. The actual reason was because I was focused on improving my gut health and I wanted to get a whole food source of probiotics. When I did that paired with other gut healing protocols like incorporating intermittent fasting, I noticed that the severe bloating I was getting every day just completely disappeared. In fact, now I pretty much never get bloated, where before I would get so painfully bloated after every single meal. This is even why I started to make my own Greek yogurt, because I was eating so much of it. I actually have some Greek yogurt being cooked up right behind me, or like fermented up right behind me. It's super easy to make and it can save a ton of money when you actually make it yourself. So if you want to check that video out, I have a full step-by-step video right here. Highly recommend it. Okay, the seventh benefit is a reduced risk of metabolic syndrome. So metabolic syndrome is a cluster of symptoms that are associated with an increased risk of heart disease. You have to have 3 or more of these symptoms to have metabolic syndrome, and that includes a high waist circumference, so belly fat, high blood pressure, impaired blood sugar control, high triglycerides, and low HDL. And studies have found that eating yogurt actually helps reduce our risk of having metabolic syndrome. Okay, eighth benefit is better bone health. Dairy products in general really have that kind of perfect combination of nutrients to promote bone health. It's loaded with both calcium and phosphorus, and when we ferment dairy products like with Greek yogurt, it's actually one of the few foods that has vitamin K2. And vitamin K2 is required to get calcium out of the arteries and into the bones. That way you're not just eating calcium and it's not getting absorbed into your bones, you're actually getting the benefit of having that calcium from the dairy as well. And studies have found that even in older adults, eating more yogurt resulted in a higher bone mineral density as well as improved physical function. Okay, the ninth benefit of eating Greek yogurt daily is less bloating. Now, of course, this can come from the improved gut health benefits of having more probiotics, but I've also found that specifically having Greek yogurt is fantastic because it is one of the lower lactose dairy products. And lactose is what usually causes the feeling of bloating after having dairy. That's because a lot of people don't have the enzyme to break down lactose in their gut. And so when they consume high lactose products like milk, their gut bacteria will gobble up the lactose instead and then literally like fart out gas into your GI tract and make it so that you get the result of the bloating. But when you have fermented dairy products like with yogurt or Greek yogurt, it's a lot lower in lactose because that lactose has been fermented and converted into lactic acid instead, which also makes it better for blood sugar control too. But Greek yogurt is even better than regular yogurt because it's gone through this additional level of straining. So after it's been fermented, it then is strained in order to make it thicker, and that removes even more of the lactose. Now, I use Greek yogurt literally every single week in either my smoothies, as a topping to my protein pancakes, or even just as a regular Greek yogurt bowl. And you can check out one of my favorite protein smoothies that uses Greek yogurt with this video next. Also, if you're new to my channel and you love this science-backed information, make sure you subscribe right here. Come out new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.